वेलकम टू माय चैनल स्पाइडी ब्लॉग्स। इस वीडियो में बात करने वाले हैं तापमी के इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, जो कि हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगे धनंजय। सबसे पहले जानेंगे हम उनकी प्रोफाइल के बारे में, देन हम बात करेंगे इनके डीटे के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे
Hello guys, my name is Dhananjay. So basically I have a profile of 989, and apart from that I have done my graduation in Bachelor's of Management Studies. I have 15 months of work experience in marketing, and apart from that I have scored 92 percentile in SAT.
में। तो आपका जो वर्क है वो अभी भी कंटिन्यू है या आपने गैप ले लिया है?
So I'm still working.
वेस्ट ओके। ये जो आपका तापमी का इंटरव्यू था, ये किस दिन शेड्यूल हुआ था, टाइमिंग क्या थी?
It was scheduled on 22nd of February. My slot was 2:30 afternoon.
एंड डी डे के दिन में कितने प्रोसेस थे?
So basically there were three processes. First is registration and verification of the documents. Second was your written ability test and GDPI together. And the third one was your personal interview.
ठीक है। सो जब आपने
So,
ज्वाइन किया उसके बाद कैसे कैसे स्टार्ट हुए सारे प्रोसेस?
so I reached the venue by 2 p.m. So basically उन्होंने अलग अलग slots में किया है.
धनंजय, सो दैट मीन्स यू सेड कि यू रीच द वेन्यू, दिस इज ऑफलाइन प्रोसेस, राइट?
Yeah, it is an offline process. So they are calling candidates based on time slots. So in afternoon there is 1:30, 2:30 and 3:30. So each time slot has approx 40 students. So I reached the venue by 2 p.m. My document verification was started by approx 3:30. So 2:30 का slot था, but 3:30 को चालू हुआ verification. And then our first, so the 40 people were divided into two batches, 2020. And the first batch was sent in approx 4:30 and the second batch by 5 p.m. So I was in the second batch. So in the second batch, first was our written ability test. That was for 10 minutes, and they gave extra 2 minutes for preparation. And the GD was on the same topic. So the topic for our GD was India's digital payment boom, uh, step forward towards financial inclusion, or a risky move. So we have to write the written ability test in the same topic and GD also in the same topic. The GD consisted of approx 16 total panel members, two candidates they were, and it was for 20 minutes. So written ability test and GD was for 30 minutes in total. So after that, we were assigned panel numbers and we had to go towards the panel.
इसमें एक चीज
And
धनंजय,
GD
जो जीडी और ये वेट आपका साथ में हुआ, वेट आपका पेन एंड पेपर था या टाइप करना था?
pen and paper था, pen and paper था. They announced the topic and they gave 2 minutes and they gave exactly 10 minutes to write. So
ठीक
it
है,
was
और
a A4 size paper. There is no word limit. There is no any side type of limit. There was three sides of the paper which you can write on.
ठीक है, सॉर्टेड। ठीक है, फिर ये होने के बाद प्रोसेस, फिर नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस क्या था?
Next process, जैसे panel assign हुए, we were sent to the next floor जिधर panels थे. Total there were around 8 panels. 8 panels. So I was assigned a panel जिसमें there were two panels जिसमें one was female and one was male. Both were Middle East, approx 45-50 years के आसपास. I guess they both were professors, was from TAPMI. So as I entered, they first asked me about basically TAPMI is in Manipal, city of Manipal, and I am also from Karnataka. So they asked me that you are from Karnataka, right? So which state and sorry, which district are you from, and what is your hometown? So I said them. Then they asked me about ki, are you brought up in the same hometown? So I said that yes. And after that, so basically I was introducing myself. Ki after that I moved with my family as my father started his own business and everything. And they asked me more about ki, why do you want to join Manipal? Because and what other calls do you have? And then again they started asking me about my work experience. What work ex do I have? What is your exact roles and responsibilities? Tell me more about the company that you work in. And they asked me few technical terms here and there, and they were satisfied with the answers, and they moved to the next topic and they asked me ki, so basically TAPMI has four programs. One is the core marketing, uh, one is international business, and one is related to finance. So they asked me, if you have marketing experience and so much, then why didn't you apply for? So basically I just applied for the core program, not MBA marketing. So दोनों ने पूछा कि MBA marketing में apply क्यों नहीं किया. So I explained them that I want to join core because there are multiple diverse set of classmates that come in. So I will be able to learn more about each and every industry. and
Right.
eventually that will help in my profile. So I explained about that, and the next they move about ki, what other calls do you have? So I said that I have other calls from four and everything. And then they mentioned ki, why do you want to come to Manipal if you are already in Mumbai? You have good options here as well. But I said that ki, of course I am shortlisted for this, and I explained them ki Manipal has a legacy of approx 36 years, and you have a good connect with the industry and everything. And Manipal is an educational hub. There are multiple universities in Manipal. So I explained them about that. Then they moved towards my family. They were asking about my parents, what they do, what is the occupation, and they asked me ki, what are the current things that are going around in the world. So I mentioned about ki recent the Trump announced about the US aid controversy that they have funded $21 million to rig the elections in India. So the panelists we had a healthy discussion about that, and then they asked me what do you do in your free time. So I mentioned about ki I like to travel and other things. So they were quite satisfied with that. Next, again, they moved towards key. What are some business news? Tell me some about business news. And then I mentioned about Lenskart's upcoming IPO and how they are planning about it. And they asked me, ki, what are your thoughts on that? And do you particularly invest in IPOs or any kind of stock market? Yeah, I mentioned about that. I do long-term investing based upon fundamental analysis. So I'm explained about that. एंड सो उन्होंने पूछा कि तूने कौन से स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट किया. So I said that I've invested in Tata Motors, Tata Elxsi. So they asked me what was your average buying price. So I mentioned that I bought it for approx 350 rupees. And they asked me कि
Tata
current price
Motors.
क्या
You
है. So
bought Tata Motors for 350.
yeah, long back, like approx 3-4 years back.
I
तभी
bought
मैंने
it at
खरीदा था.
around 900, and current right now it is below
900.
700.
8 या अप्रोक्स 700 के आसपास है. तो उन्होंने मेरे सामने फोन ओपन करके चेक किया कि अभी का प्राइस क्या है. देन ही आस्क्ड मी कि व्हाई डू यू थिंक कि इतना लो में क्यों जा रहा है अभी. लाइक ऑलमोस्ट वो 900,000 तक पहुंच गया था.
Hmm.
तो आई एक्सप्लेन देम कि फिर अगेन आई शोड देम कि आई एम अवेयर अबाउट द करंट सिनेरियो कि इंडिया इज कटिंग import duties on electric vehicles, which was earlier 110%. Now it has come down to approx 15%. So this is going to give a hit to manufacturers like Tata and Mahindra because they were getting good sales through EVs, that and few other things. So they were quite satisfied. Then again, they were asking some random questions. Ki, how will you fund your education here at Manipal? So I explained them ki this is what I'm planning about. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My interview was for around 15 minutes, 15-17 minutes approx. They were quite satisfied. Yeah, that's it. And they said me, okay, good luck.
And were they giving sufficient time to answer? या बीच में
Yeah,
कट
yeah, yeah.
करके क्वेश्चन आ रहा था?
No, no, it was not nothing like that. I believe this was one of the like I would say most conversational type of interview. It didn't feel like an interview. They were interested to know more about me, how I speak, and what I have to add to that. It was more of a conversation. They were smiling, they were joking around. Yeah, that was it.
ओके. एंड इस प्रोसेस से खत्म होने के बाद फिर और भी कोई प्रोसेस था आपके लिए?
So after this, we were free to go. So I my GD started at approx 5 p.m. and I was done by with my interview and everything by 6:15. Yeah.
सो आपने बोला 5 PM पे जीडी स्टार्ट हुआ था, दैट मीन्स कि यहाँ पर डिले हुआ था आपका. आपका स्लॉट
हाँ,
2:30 अराउंड था, राइट?
2:30 का था बट फिर उन्होंने डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन 3:30 तक हुआ. एंड ये आई थिंक वही थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होता है ऑफकोर्स. कैन डू एनीथिंग बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम जीडी लाइक अपार्ट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट थोड़ा डिले. जीडी रिटर्न एबिलिटी टेस्ट एंड इंटरव्यू वाज वेरी स्मूथ. उधर मैनेजमेंट वाज गुड.
ओके. चलिए धनंजय, काफी अच्छा लगा आपसे आपका इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस जान के. एंड गाइज, आप भी धनंजय की तरह ही अपना इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं. आप मुझे डीएम कर सकते हैं इंस्टाग्राम में, लिंक्डइन पे. एंड आप धनंजय के साथ भी कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं. इनकी लिंक्डइन आईडी भी आपको वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगी. बाकी ये फिर इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियो के लिए गाइज हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. वीडियो अगर अच्छी लगे तो लाइक एंड शेयर कीजिए.